Hey guys. Okay, well, sorry about the night. I still don't have any details on the hard drive yet. Jimmy's going to try to find something after he gets back from physical therapy. I woke up with a headache that my head is like splitting open. It's a little better now. Putting some of this on. Hold on. But I'm sure it's stress. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I have to just check something. There's a bird calling. Sorry about that. There was a bird. I thought there was a bird calling me. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So yeah. What else? So I have to see. There's some weird thing. Okay. Where there's this. All the hard drives, which are 4 hard drives on the computer, internal. And then it says something about this network, and it's named it Snow Babies or something. It's crazy. And there's all this, there's like 2 terabytes of stuff on it, but I can't access it and I don't know what it is. So I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best on that. That we find someone that can help us, you know? That's all I can say. Anyway, let's talk about this because we missed a lot of stuff yesterday. Let me see. The other thing is I want to say the Lori Vallow stuff, some of the interviews are really, really long, and I was in the process of downloading the information as it was being released, and I have it, and I think that, well, I'll see how we should do that. Let's see what we should do. Maybe we'll do something after this. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here, okay? Because I was planning to do this before now, but anyway, last night, Stephen Bertolino had said that Christopher Laundrie was going to be, and I'm sorry, you know what? I'm not on my, let me just get to the live chat because I can't even see who's here. You can hear me or anything like that. Let me just make sure that, get in there. That Stephen Bertolino said that Christopher Laundrie was going to assist, and he has assisted. He is assisting as we speak, okay? He's at the reserve. He drove his truck there. He brought out a little plastic bag out of his house. And, hello? The bird keeps calling me. Every time I go there, he's not there. Hi, Kevin Leonard. Hi, Michael. Hi, Jeanette. Easily Distracted. Amy Margolin. Kathy Martinez. Tammy. Deanna. Kristen. Bridget. Mimi. Let's see what else we have here. That's not good. Karen H. You can't hear me? Did you say, what did you say, Deanna? You are like on a repeat. Is it okay now? How is it now? MD. Crap. Why is it crap, MD? I thought you liked to be here. Fergie. LAPT. Principeso. Haven't seen you in a long time. Barbie Lynn. Ellen. Annie B. Two Scooter, Kevin Leonard, Nana T, I got you, Kathy Martinez, Kathy Belelo. Oh, is your end? Okay, good. Linda Galb, Angela O'Meara. Okay. So, hi, Nightmare. Your hand is hurting? Why? You did something to your hand? Jasmine, hello. 5x5 on my end. 5x5? Okay. All right, so let's go into this because I do like it here. I just missed the beginning. Oh, you didn't miss anything because I had to go see what the bird was calling me. Just starting. Johanna. All right. Let me go to Brian Enton first. So if we back it up a little bit, 16 hours ago, and this is when I made the thumbnail that you see now, Mr. Bertolino, Mr. Stephen Bertolino, the Laundrie's attorney, said that Chris Laundrie was asked to help police in a search at the reserve today. And the full statement says, Chris Laundrie was asked to assist law enforcement in their search for Brian at the preserve today, since the preserve has been closed. Now, since the reserve has been closed to the public, Chris has not been asked to look for Brian in the only place. What? Chris has not been asked to look for Brian in the only place Chris and Roberta believe Brian may be. Unfortunately, Northport police had to postpone Chris's involvement, but Chris and Roberta are hopeful there will be another opportunity to assist. But then it changed, okay? It was something about his clothing, I don't know what, but then they got it going and he's there, okay? So Christopher Laundrie is asked to assist. And Christopher Laundrie plus, okay. Chris Laundrie leaves the house alone. He's carrying a plastic bag. You can see here. Hold on, I'll show you quick. Photo of that. It'll go back to the beginning so you can see the beginning. This person looks like they're following him, doesn't it? We're on your tail. Okay. Yeah, they're all following. Let's go. Let's go. Wow, that guy was flying to get up there. Okay, let's go back to let's rewind it so you can see him coming out.
Laundrie, you have one good thing to say about your son? Mr. Laundrie, you got a sex for him today.
I would be kind of scared if I was those guys that he's just going to plow down, you know. So that's him going away. We've seen that. And, you know, I'm surprised he brings a little plastic bag like that. Was that sunscreen and change of clothes or something? He could have had anything. You know, it's funny that he even has those plastic bags because his son shouldn't like that, right? His son would be very upset about those plastic bags. That they're not using a reusable bag or they're not, right? That's interesting that he brought his stuff out in a little plastic bag like that. All right, so he's headed to the reserve and then Chris Laundrie this is from Stephen Bertolino. Chris Laundrie is assisting law enforcement today in the search for Brian. Chris was asked to point out any favorite trails or spots that Brian may have used in the preserve, although Chris and Roberta Laundrie provided this information verbally 3 weeks ago. It is now thought that on-site assistance may be better. The preserve has been closed to the public and the Laundries as well, but the parents have been cooperating since the search began. Okay. So Brian Laundrie arrived to the reserve in his truck, parked it, this is 56 minutes ago, then got onto a little all-terrain vehicle with law enforcement and went into the swamp. And then Brian tried to go live, but it wasn't good. And he's trying to upload something, but it's only at 5%. So we have to wait for the update from him. But yeah, let me see what WFLA is saying. So that's interesting that what they found yesterday was like a little. We're going to go into that. I'll go through that, and that is supposed to be why the concentrated search yesterday. Hold on, let me just grab that and go to. So police and FBI searching recently found a used campsite at the sprawling Florida park where the fugitive in the Gabby Petito case told his parents he was going on a hike. A source close to the family told CNN's Chris Cuomo late Wednesday that authorities said they found fresh traces of a campsite at the sprawling 25,000-acre Carlton Reserve. News of the discovery came as the family's lawyer announced that Chris Laundrie would be joining the search. The Northport Police Department emphatically denied requesting the dad's assistance, but the lawyer, Stephen Bertolino, was adamant that law enforcement wants the family's help and suggested it may have been the FBI that made the request. The FBI declined to comment. Stephen Bertolino told CNN that Chris Laundrie was asked to assist Northport cops in their search, but the police had to postpone. But then that is not true. Then he's there now. Since the preserve has been closed to the public, Chris has not been able to look for Brian in the only place Chris and Roberta believe that Brian may be. And then what? Okay. What? I love you. These, ask them down there about, maybe they know about a computer person. Jimmy? Huh? Ask them in there, maybe they know about a computer person. Okay. Somebody that can. Okay, please. So it says on Tuesday. Hold on, no, that's not what I was going to ask. When asked on CNN whether Laundrie's parents believe he's in the reserve or another area, Stephen Bertolino said no, they don't believe he's in another area. They believe he's in the preserve. Yeah, then you can pretty much bet he's not there, okay? On Tuesday, a spokesperson with the Hayward County Sheriff's Office in North Carolina said that multiple tipsters had reported images, of him up there. He's been reported all over the freaking place. And then you've got that guy. He was talking wild with his hands. Okay. Okay, so he's in the preserve. So what do you think? What do you think is up with that? I mean, we're hearing it only through, Chris Cuomo, through this family friend. What family friend is that? I wouldn't trust. Well, that's the only place you're hearing it, through this family friend, and the attorney is speaking there. So that's it. That's the news. But where's this fresh camp? We haven't heard about a fresh camp from law enforcement. And how fresh is the fresh camp? I don't think Brian is there either. I think that's why the father's just like, I'm going to go over there. We're going to pretend, he liked that trail. He liked that trail. I almost think it's the attorney that's put this up, because this comes after the Petito family going on Dr. Phil and saying that they haven't even assisted in the search for their son. Now, suddenly, they're assisting in the search for their son, right? You believe that if he is there, he's dead. Hi, Mike. You thought I believed in law enforcement? Me? But I didn't hear it from law enforcement. I didn't hear it from law enforcement. This is from, the stuff about the new camp, Mike, is from some family friend. Said that law enforcement had this, but law enforcement didn't have a press conference. I'll believe it when they have a press conference. I think it's just so coincidental with them not assisting in the search being set on Dr. Phil and now assisting in the search. I do believe in law enforcement, but I also believe law enforcement makes mistakes too, They're not perfect. We've seen that in Moab, right? I think we're going to see a lot of problems over here with how Northport handled this. But unless he hikes with him, most parents wouldn't know where they're... Yeah, right. Unless he does hike with him, and he could, because they go camping. I don't know, Hi, Rosebud Miller. Is that Kim Miller? Is that what you named yourself? You're Kim Miller, right? I'm so confused now. When people change their names, I go crazy. Let me just see if okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Tell him when he gets back. If you want, hold on a minute. Let me just see. I want to see which videos I have downloaded already. I want to know, okay, here's what I want to know, because this is the problem, all right? This is the problem. When we covered the Chris Watts case, people got so invested in the Chris Watts case, they had a hard time moving past the Chris Watts case. I'm seeing that happen with the Gabby Petito case. Even though there are high-profile cases that we covered that people were really, really invested in, what I'm finding is that people just want to be glued to this 24/7. Now, yesterday, a lot of video discovery interviews came out in the Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell case. Lots of it. And I'm in the process. I have some of it downloaded. I'm downloading it more. Chandler PD released the information. Oh, Cranky, just that the father's assisting in the search and he's at the reserve now. That's all we have so far. So I want to know something. Let me see. I'm going to do a little poll here. I just want to see. I just want to poll you guys. Hi, Penny Sue. Do I ever sleep? Yeah, I do. Kubi, I hope so. We don't know yet about the computer. I did get the Streamlabs going again. It's something with, what the hell is it? Raw or something or other that I must have deleted that I had to put on, but I still don't know where the heck everything is. And there's like an additional hard drive that I don't know what it is, and I can't get into it. I'm hoping that maybe that's where all the stuff is. I don't know yet. I'm trying to just ask Jimmy at physical therapy to see if they know anybody local in the area. Maya Mercano case. They did a perp walk. A perp walk on 11-year-olds this morning. I would need a review of the Daybell case. You never followed it? Oh boy. Well, the interviews will give you a good look. Because the interviews with Lori, with Tylee who was murdered, okay, allegedly by Chad and most likely Lori's brother Alex and Lori. Because there's interviews with Alex's wife, with Lori, with Tylee, with officers. I mean, there's lots of interviews. So see, this is what I find. It's only 67% of you guys that took this are interested in those videos. Yeah, MD, I don't know what happened. I really don't. Hi, Lisa D. Yeah, Jimmy said he got a message from you. I won't look at my text messages now because of those other things, and he deleted the one. I called the state police this morning. I let them know what's going on. I did what they told me to do. You know, I think I know why this is being done, and it's sick. It's sick. It's because a certain creator is saying horrible things about I can't even say the words for it, but you know the P word. Certain creator is going out there and saying that I have something to do with those P people. That I'm enabling them, or that I'm friends like with a ring of them or something. Sick, twisted crap in order to defame me. That's what they're doing. And that's why I think they're sending this stuff over. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I can't tell you how many people have come to me in the last few weeks and said, do you know so-and-so is saying that you're this? It's sick. Sick. Absolutely sick. I can never unsee what I saw last night. Never. Yes, Sully, that's true. It's 100% true. I've had so many emails about it. It's been ridiculous. It's been ridiculous. Because for whatever reason, people cannot go and do things on their own. They have to try to put something on someone that's so disgusting so that will likely turn everyone away from me and have no one come here and no one watch me because they think I'm involved in something as sick as that. Okay? That's the logic behind it. That's the logic, because they know they have no abilities other than slandering someone. It's sickening. I have all the FBI stuff. Thank you. I do, and it's been reported. I'm reporting it. I will report this everywhere. For someone to even access those photos, for someone to even take a risk like that and go on one of those sites to access those photos, first of all, if you're accessing photos like that, that's not the first time you're doing it. If you don't care about the risk, it's not the first time you're doing it. Just to send it to another YouTuber, it's not the first time you're doing that. If you're going to take a risk like that, you know those photos, you're in those photos, and those photos don't even disgust you because you wouldn't even be able to look at that, let alone have the moral compass to send it to somebody else. Okay? And if you're sending that to somebody else in some kind of thing and you think it's okay, then you're okay with the acts being committed in those pictures. That's my opinion. There's no way, because a normal person would be so repulsed, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't even think of sending it to your worst enemy. You would not even think of sending it to your worst enemy. Only a person that is so dark and that is engaging in stuff like that would send that. Cass, don't you have a leader that's probably looking for you and is going to be very upset that you're in here? You better go back before she gets mad at you. Hey, a tin of tartan pain, how are you? The people who know the truth, who know you know the truth. No normal person would send that. Exactly, no normal person would send that. It's disgusting, and you know, my kids could have seen that, but they don't care. They don't care. I can't even say the lowest of the low because it's even lower than that. I could not believe it when I looked at my phone and saw that. Could not believe it. I have ideas, and I am going to give those numbers because that's exactly what they asked me. Do you know who could send this to you? I said, yes, I know who could send this to me. I've been harassed for 3 years. Yeah. And that's why, okay, if somebody's harassing you and somebody's calling you a P and a P enabler and all that stuff, that's why I download and save those videos for times like now. So when somebody says to me, who could be doing this to you? Well, let's look here of the people that are calling me a P and a P enabler and all of that stuff. That's a pretty good place to look. So that's why I don't listen to stuff. When somebody says to me, somebody said this, this, and this, what video is it in? Boom, it's downloaded. Boom, it's downloaded. Because you got to keep a database of what's going on. I don't have to listen to it because I can't stand to listen to it, but I have to have it. And thankfully, those were all in a file that I still have. Jeanette, I'm not going to mention names or anything because I think anybody that knows, knows. And if you don't, then don't worry about it. The FBI and the police will know. It's sick. It's sick. But it's just look at the harassment that I've received. But I'm not. That's it. I mean, I'm just talking about how sick and disgusting that is, and I cannot believe that somebody would send something that disgusting. You know, when Scooter got porned, I was told that they were like disgusting stuff, and somebody sent me an email with some disgusting stuff, but it wasn't kids. It wasn't kids. It was adult men. And it was disgusting. But this with kids, I mean, it does something to your soul to see that. To see what I saw is just, never in my life did I see that. And I will never forget it. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm telling you that if these people are sending that, it's not the first time they're accessing that kind of stuff. And if they're, you know, taking the time to do that, it's exactly, ugh. Why prayer? Because they don't like people that they're threatened by. And threatened, I don't mean because I'm giving them threats. Threatened because they're not as successful and they want you out of the picture. Yeah, I know, easily distracted. It's disgusting. Nobody gets blocked for no reason, YouTube famous. There may be a mistake here and there, but if somebody is blocked, they're blocked for a reason. And if they're telling you they're blocked for no reason, then they're not telling you the truth. Aw, thanks, S. Sparks. Anyway, so back to Lori Vallow. Let's see. So 60% said yes, 40% said no. Because I'm just trying to gauge whether I'm just going to upload the videos by themselves and then have a discussion like in another video. Some of them are very long. Some of them are like 2 hours long. I mean, it's crazy how long they are. You can send me an email, Lisa Gardner. Anyway, so let me see if Brian has any updates. And then I was going to check FLA, WFLA. Is that WFLA in Cincinnati? Okay. What did I do with my... Okay, so here's a still shot of Mr. Laundrie leaving with his. He looks like he's got some mail in there or something, doesn't he? A bottle of something maybe to drink. He doesn't even have an. Now you would think he's in Florida, right? He's going into a very hot reserve. You would think he would have a little cooler bag with some water, something to drink. Unless the FBI was like, oh, don't worry, we have a cooler with lots of water and stuff. But, and again, carrying this plastic Walmart bag, which his son would not approve of, right? All the flowers still by the door. This plant looks like it needs some water badly. And just with that look, like he's just got that scowl, that look. All right, let's see. I was just looking. Okay, let me just go over here. See what's up with this. WFLA. Okay, let me just listen to the live and see what's going on with this.
My opinion, I just don't think they would offer that this early in the investigation.
I agree. Katie Zen, #KJB. Could they just be separating the parents? Maybe trying different tactics to get them to say something? This, again, down the rabbit hole here, really deep down the rabbit hole with some of these questions and comments that are coming in here. But Katie, that would be under the assumption that they're having conversations right now with Roberta Laundrie. And there's no indication right now that they're talking to Roberta Laundrie. It's just Chris, who you see here in the center of your screen, at Carlton Reserve. And I'm sure that there are conversations being had. I'm sure that they're, that's why he's there today. But to say that they're being separated specifically to see if you can get one to say something versus the other, it just
made me think of something. It'd be interesting though, is the conversation between Chris and the attorney on how to act out on the search, how to respond to questions, is he just silent? That's an interesting thing to think about, because what happens if he's being peppered with questions from the FBI while they're searching?
That's a good point.
That's
is it.
I wonder how he was coached to handle that scenario, because the FBI, they want all the answers.
He could say, I'm not answering that
they
question at this time, and under the advisement of my attorney. I mean, that's something that he could be.
To be a fly in the woods out there, that'd be an interesting thing to see.
Yes. And
or an alligator.
They're very. I was going to say, Justin Rogers got a great shot yesterday of an enormous grasshopper. So I was going to say, be a grasshopper next to them. There you go. They're big. The grasshoppers.
Okay. All right. So nothing new. He got. He was seen leaving the Northport house at about 10 o'clock this morning with a plastic bag. He didn't say anything to reporters or protesters as he got in his truck and left. And family's attorney, Steve Bertolino, said that Chris was asked to point out any favorite trails or spots that Brian may have used in the preserve. Although Chris and Roberta Laundrie provided this information verbally 3 weeks ago, it is now thought that on-site assistance may be better. According to the attorney, Laundrie's parents have been cooperating since the search began, but the nature reserve has been closed to the public, including the Laundries. Bertolino told WFLA that Brian's parents, Chris and Roberta Laundrie, are hopeful there will be another opportunity to assist. And he said that when they had said he could assist, and then they said no, but now, no, he's back and he can assist, and he is assisting. Okay. another, let me see here. Tell you about here. So that's the deal on that. We just have to wait. I don't know. I don't think he's in that reserve. And, you know, according to, again, another report where some family friend said that a new camp was found, that's the only thing we see that where they say that was the reason that police activity was ramped up there yesterday. You can take that with however many grains of salt you want to. Okay, so really very few, 59% of you are interested in Lori Daybell or Vallow case. Almost makes you wonder if he will plant items as well. I don't think Brian is in there at all. Deanna says you would kind of have to be an idiot to stay that close to home. Yeah. Yes, absolutely right. But they may have found something of Brian's that they want the dad to identify. He's not dressed. No, he's not dressed for a long search, is he? It wouldn't matter if he spilled his guts about what happened when he's out there because he's already chosen to exercise the Fifth Amendment. It would be inadmissible in court. I thought the FBI said that they would not ask. Yeah. Probably just wanted to get out of the house. Well, I don't know. It could be that. What if the FBI is just trying to get close to him? You know, I know you're a good man, Chris. I know you would want to tell us what's going on here. I know you don't want to put any of these people at risk. We can help you. He's not helping. There is something else going on here. Yeah, Juanita, it is strange, right? I mean, I'm not going to lie. It could be that they want him to look at this. If they did find this camp, look at this, and is any of this stuff Brian's? But like the father's going to tell the truth. Really, let's put it that way. If they did find a camp that was Brian's, is the father going to tell the truth? Right, like become his friend like they did with Barry Morphew. Eat some steaks with him. Yeah. Could be the feds want to pump him for information. Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be. Or you know what? Or like, hey, as long as we're in here searching, if we're in here searching, let's bring him in here searching and see. Let's make him go in the swamp and stuff with us. And then if he wants us to keep searching in here, or he's going to say, oh, no, he's probably not in here anymore. Maybe that they're trying to wear him down. I just think he's not going to, he just seems like he doesn't even speak. Okay, Kim Miller, you changed your name back, but you were Rosebud Miller a minute ago, right? Now I'm really getting freaked out. They may be testing the father, what he'll say. Yes, I believe that, Juanita. I think they want him there for a reason. Lisa Gardner says, this is what gets me. Why would you be okay with your son going to a dangerous reserve if you were afraid of him hurting himself? And what the hell, they would like wait 3 days to say anything. Yeah, and then, not know. Oh, it's Tuesday? Oh, no, it's Monday. Yeah. Wonder what motivates the dad now to help. I almost think that it's the lawyer saying, you better go and help, because the Petitos are going on Dr. Phil and saying, you guys aren't even helping in this search. You know? You have to say Chris looks much easier to speak to than the mom does. I guess, but they both look pretty closed off. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Yeah, I'm sorry for confusing you. No, it just gets so confusing when people, especially like longtime people, change their name, because then I go like crazy because it's because I remember names and stuff, and so then when the names are, I'm like, what? This is what I thought. You thought that too? Right, separate them out, then become the dad's buddy and get them to admit to. Yeah, I mean, but it would be funny to see like every day, be like, okay, Chris, can you be down here at 8 o'clock tomorrow now? And we're going to be working late until about 6. And then we're going to work all weekend too, and see when the father's like, okay, this is ridiculous. He's not here. But if they kept both of those parents busy all day with them, right? What about that? What about if they think that they're doing something, I don't know what they're doing inside through their phone or whatever. But what if they what if they take her in another direction and keep them, bye Kevin, all day with them? Yeah, make the father work. That's what I would do. I'd be like, okay, Chris, can you put these waders on? Just get down in that swamp and just hold this rope. You know, get the mother out take her in the office or something and have her just like file things that she thinks are helping. Just give her busy work all day so they can monitor her. Maybe they're keeping them from helping. That's what I'm saying. Maybe if they keep tabs on them, instead of like surveillance, if they take the dad with them every day, and then maybe somebody will take the mom somewhere. But isn't Chris an ex? Do you mean an ex-coup? Yeah, I hope so too, Leslie. An ex-coup. Why would the FBI not be assisting in the dad leaving? The dad leaving. Oh, you mean taking him there? I don't know. I guess he said, I'll take my truck. I don't know. The FBI really believed Brian was out there. They'd be searching alongside the entire time. They would have reported him missing sooner. Oh, ex-cop. Oh, no. Chris is not a cop. We went through the family tree, remember? There's that guy, Joseph. That's the nephew. And send them a bill. They can work off $4 a day. Yeah, and then have him buy like all the lunch for everybody. Can you imagine that? Can you go get all the guys pizzas and drinks and stuff? Here, we just ordered it. Can you go pick it up and pay for it? No, Chris wasn't a cop, Lisa. It seems the FBI want him to search, but doesn't pick up and take him to the location. But you would think he would have, like, different clothing, and he would have more than a plastic Walmart bag with him, right? Wouldn't he have a cooler, some drinks, sunscreen, all that good stuff? Brian's not missing, he's on the run, right. But according to the lawyer, he left, he went missing before there was a warrant, so he doesn't know he's a wanted man. He's just missing, poor little Brian, He's just missing. Hi, 80s girl. His mom had a county job in New York, but she wasn't. I mean, people were saying all kinds of crazy things, like she was a DA, or she wasn't a DA. You can see her salary. What's in the bag? It looked like maybe a bottle of water. There was an envelope, it looked like. Hi, Millie. Not too much. But why would he bring a plastic Walmart bag? You know what I mean? Would have scabies and chiggers. Yikes. I don't know. I don't think he's in the reserve at all. He left way before the 13th. I think that camping trip was goodbye. Just by looking at so many times with so many cases, you can always get the truth by what people say, by just the opposite of it. Okay? And, interrogation that you all know is Chris Watts. You guys know that one. If you just take everything he didn't say, I didn't do anything to my family. I didn't do this. I did this. I did this. I did this. You just put it, and it's everything he did. Now, Cassie Laundrie said this was not a grand goodbye. I believe that can be reversed. And that camping trip was a grand goodbye. It was. Because of just looking at the things she said and the way she said it, that, no, we didn't talk about Gabby because the kids were there. Well, if there was nothing at all amiss, that Gabby wasn't there, why wouldn't you talk about her? And why would your kids not? You know how kids are. They say anything, especially at those ages, like 5 and 8 are her kids, or they'll say anything. Where's Aunt Gabby? They're not going to be quiet and say, oh, don't mention. Why aren't I mentioning her? They're going to mention anything. So if I look at that, it wasn't a grand goodbye. Yeah, it was. And especially that picture at the tree where he's got his arm around each child. I think, 100% that was a grand goodbye. So, who was even thinking? Right, they give you extra information. Nobody said a grand goodbye, right? Exactly, MD. They'll give extra information, and then if you just reverse it, because what happens when they're lying, they're thinking what you're thinking, because they know the truth. So even if you're not saying something, they know they're lying, and so that's why she's like, oh gosh, they're thinking this was a grand goodbye. It was not a grand goodbye. So they actually give themselves away, and even the stuff they don't say or the things they do say. Those photos of him smiling like he didn't have a care in the world. Yeah. And I wonder how many other photos there are, with the other family members. And I wonder how many days she did go there. I wonder if she went there another day than she's saying, but you don't know. You reckon that this family scattered across it and helping him go underground? So I don't know how many of he's got family scattered across. He does have that. How many of these people are going to help him now that they know and the scrutiny and they see how they're on the sister's lawn? I don't think from this point on any of them would help like that. Any of these cousins, aunts, and uncles would help like that. I don't see that happening. You missed the photos on the camping trip? I can show them to you. You want to see them? I can put them up. Hold on. These are Cassie's boys, and oh, look, let's go with Uncle Brian and sit on a tree. Now, it's very odd. They are now, see, this here, somebody's trying to say that this is just a random child, and maybe not Cassie's child, but when the pictures were shared, they said that was Cassie's child. So here's my question. If that child did not belong to that family, why would he be that close with that child? And because this child is wearing a completely different outfit, yes, they can change. And yes, I believe that. But I'm wondering, since Brian's wearing different shorts and this child next to him is dressed completely differently, did Cassie come for 2 days? That's my thought. I wonder if she was there more than she said she was. And you see how much his beard has grown in and the mustache? And we don't know what he's doing with that hair there because his hair is completely covered. He's got a shirt on it in the other picture and he's got a hat now. So was he growing his hair in? Because I don't think he's bald. He probably has a receding hairline. But he was shaving his head. So is he looking, has he been growing his hair and keeping it under wraps there? So let me just see here. 1 sec. Okay. Back to the live chat here. looks like he hasn't a care in the world. Mm-hmm. Why did she only share 2 photos? Yeah, I know, MD, right? Why? I'm sure there were other photos. Is there any proof that those pictures are from Labor Day? Well, I mean, if she gave them to the FBI, they would have proof on the, the metadata of the photo that they took off her phone. But again, we don't have that. If his hair's growing over his hairline, like a comb over, it'll make him look different. Cassie, the sister, Deanna, Cassie gave them to Good Morning America. Hang on, let me see one thing here. So yeah, she gave those to Good Morning America. Further along it goes, the only person I see guilty of Gabby's murders. Brian agreed parents could have handled it differently. For Gabby's family, sadly, just talking. Tin of tartan paint said, was he maybe seeing someone else and they are on the run together? I don't think he will make it. I don't think he was seeing someone else. Look, you're not even going to find any former girlfriends or former friends of this guy. No, I don't think that was the issue. If anything, it was that he didn't want her. I think going out and becoming this van life girl, probably because he was seeing they didn't have a lot of followers. Do you know when we first looked at their YouTube channel, I think it was between 100 and 300 subscribers. Very, very small. They only had 1 video. Even her Instagram following, all of that was very little. It's grown considerably as this case went on, but in that short time, she was probably getting a lot of comments. And I'm sure he didn't like that. And he probably, you know how things are, you probably got like, what are you doing with that loser? What are you doing with that guy? You could do so much better than that guy. And he was probably seeing stuff like that. And he was probably knowing that maybe everybody that he knew told him, you're out of your league. Okay? And how he wanted to isolate her, like that friend Rose said, where he took her license so she couldn't go into the bar with Rose and all of that stuff. Well, he was seeing that social media was not going to isolate her. Social media was going to put her out there in a way like never before. And maybe he was rethinking the whole van life thing. And maybe that's why, instead of just coming out and saying it, he was belittling her and saying, you'll never do this, you won't be able to do this. And maybe that's why he was so upset at Moonflower, because she was spending time there with the Wi-Fi trying to get this going. Okay? And he was seeing, oh crap, she's determined to make this work. I don't want to do this. This was a mistake. This is not going to be good for us. She's going to leave me. I don't have control anymore. This is spiraling out of control. Who knows? Who knows if he didn't even break her laptop or do something that caused a big fight? You know what I mean? She could have been working on her laptop. We don't know. Remember they said they found a hard drive in the van? They found a hard drive in the van. They didn't say they found a laptop in the van. They said hard drive. So what could have happened? Could he have smashed the laptop? I don't know. Remember when he wanted to go with that park ranger to get the phone, and she said, "Oh, I'll go with you." And he's, "Oh, it's in a spot." Did he want to do something to her phone before he gave it to her? I don't know. Did he give her an ultimatum? You know, it's this, you stop all this social media or I'm gone. I don't know. Could be a lot of things that caused some kind of a major fight, and then something happened. Then he lost all control. He felt everything slipping away. He wasn't able to deal with it. He wasn't going to allow it. So that's that. He couldn't stand the fact that you're not going to leave me. Who knows? You have to remember also that she had a full week by herself. A full week by herself. This is the other thing. We don't know. Okay, this is the other thing that's really important. I believe her van life video was posted on August 19th, wasn't it? So that whole YouTube channel was done while he was not there. That whole YouTube channel was done when he was in Florida. Okay? Maybe he didn't want a YouTube channel. Maybe he only wanted her to have an Instagram at the very most, okay? Now she was having a YouTube channel. And maybe when he got back, he said, "What the freak? You have a YouTube channel now? You know, this is crazy." And because I think something happened right after he got back. Right after he got back, something happened. She had that entire week to work at that hotel on the Wi-Fi. And you know that she called her father, remember? And her father helped her with the website to get the email set up for the website. All of this stuff was being done while he was gone. So that I think he's probably noticed that while he was gone that she was doing that, and knew that she was going to continue to do it, because he was telling her before she did it on the 12th that you're not going to make it. You're not going to be able to do this. You can't do this. There's no way that you can do this. And she was showing him, "No, I can do it, and I can do it without you. You don't have to be here." He did fly to Florida, yes. So, hey, Kathy from Texas, she got all this stuff going, and he saw she's going to do this with her without me, and it's just going to be, I'm going to lose her. I'm not going to be able to isolate her once she becomes, you know, some van life. And he knew it. She's attractive. She's young. She's going to be out there, and people are going to look at her, right? And people are going to come on to her, and people are going to say, "What are you doing with that loser?" And the other thing is, if you notice, he didn't want to meet up with any other van lifers. You didn't see them going out and meeting up with people. And that was probably going to be the next thing. That hashtag, she might have said, "Oh, you know, here's this other couple, here's this other couple, here's this other couple. Oh, everybody's going to meet over here. And, oh, we could join this community over here." He didn't want that. He didn't want her to have friends. He wanted to keep her isolated in that house with Roberta and Chris. Okay. He didn't want her to have friends. He didn't have friends. He wanted to keep it nice and isolated. And so I believe that none of this social media part of it was what he wanted. Yes, he had an Instagram, but that was mainly for his artwork, and his Pinterest was all about him and his artwork and selling his artwork. But that week, I think that week was pivotal. That week he was gone. Because she had uninterrupted time to work on this stuff. And if you look at her stuff, that's when she did a lot of the updating of the Instagram. Because if you notice, there's big gaps in the Instagram when they were together, big gaps. And it started to get updated when he was gone. And then the YouTube channel, and then the website, and then calling her father and having him help her on the email. What I think he thought was maybe she didn't have a lot of computer skills or whatever, and maybe he thought, yeah, you can do that. That'll be good, and yes her to death. And then he saw that, oh my gosh, she is taking initiative and she's going out and learning. She's calling her father's helping her with the email for the website now. I'm losing control. And when he came back, she could have been very adamant that, look, you do what you want, but I can do this. I am doing this, and look what I've done already. Look what I've done. I've got a YouTube channel. I edited the video. I got the video up. It's, I'm going to make more videos, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And he just couldn't take it. Maybe he expected her to be falling apart when he was gone. That could be something too. Oh, you're going to realize how much you miss me, right? You're going to realize how much you can't do anything without me. And instead, he came back to her having all of this done and realizing maybe that he is doing nothing but holding her back. And remember, she had plans to meet with a friend as well. She was supposed to meet with that friend Rose on the 29th. So maybe during that week, she was making all these plans and he didn't want to do that. Now, I don't want to meet with her. I don't want to meet with that. I don't think he wanted to do anything with anyone. You wondered why the father would be helping her set up. Yeah. Her father said, well, I wasn't really that great at stuff, but I said, we'll do it together. We'll figure it out. And so he was helping her. But I think Brian never thought she would be able to do it. And I think that week, that was what it was, because he came back on the night of the 23rd. On the night they were seen on the 24th. On the 25th was the last time her mother spoke to her through a video. And then I think it was done. It was finished. Something happened right after that. Because I think he didn't want that. And if you just look at the timeline, she was even it would be interesting, I guess, if she was working in the hotel room, but I wonder if she was ever doing work in that hotel lobby, where somebody could have seen her. Because there's very little coming from that hotel, and it could be that they've been told not to speak or what. Gabby owned the van. The dad has left the reserve. Let's see. Is there an update now? Is that just for, what is it, lunch or, let me see. Oh, Christopher Laundrie left the reserve. Let's hear.
seem like it's towards the police station either, does it?
We passed it.
We passed the police station. Sorry, Luis is the only one who knows where we are ever, because I'm always on my computer when he's driving. Yeah, again, if I lose service, some of you are like, don't lose service, but I can't help it if I do, so I wouldn't be surprised because it's so spotty around here.
They're following the truck home to Northport. Father's driving, and Brian is 2 cars behind him.
There's other media behind us.
Everybody did.
So they're going to some kind of other neighborhood.
Here, I'll pull this over so you can see where he's going. He's going to another neighborhood. What the heck?
I mean, what do you? I wouldn't lose your spot. What if they go forward?
Just stay there, Brian. Uh-oh, he lost service. Oh, crap. What's up with that? Oh, good. Oh no, Brian, stay where you are. Oh, come on. Oh, what a place to lose service. So the father was in front. So if he pulled off there, and that's the FBI in the other car, or the father had to know where he was going. I mean, that had to be prearranged. And I can't believe Brian lost service there. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Okay. Let me see if... Okay, wait a second. He's got another one up. Hold on. Let me pull this one over here.
It's definitely not Cassie's. We're nowhere near Cassie's. This is not near their house either. Like, I have no idea. We've never been to this area.
Oh no, Brian.
Yeah, Christopher's in the front in the red truck, and then this is the what we assume is the FBI in the Tahoe behind.
Oh my gosh, this is...
The house, Luis says, I guess Luis is always driving, so I never know where we're going, but this is I guess, the normal way to the house.
But it just, he would have had the easiest way to get to his house would be to make a left. Oh, they're giving him a head start.
So they're basically stopping us now and letting him.
Oh,
So he's in front of this car in front of us. Oh my, yeah, they're.
It's okay, we don't really want to.
Yeah, he's alone.
So
in
basically, the
red truck in
FBI
front of
stopped
us.
at the stop sign and now has let him go to the right, so we can't catch up with him.
go?
I guess go to the right. So the FBI is going left. Go right.
Go right.
And
go
he
right.
went to the to the
it's a
right,
gator.
but we lost him. They stopped us. We lost him unless we can catch up to him.
And I keep calling a little golf cart.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think they left because of weather. Some of you are asking me. It's a little rainy, but nothing. We lost him. They basically wanted us to lose him.
Wow.
He's probably gonna.
But why would they stop like that?
I don't
They wanted
know.
us to give him a head start.
No other press was following him? That's crazy.
Now it's him.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he's up there.
They got him. Okay, good. There he is.
Speed.
Oh, we're
I mean, we're not gonna break the law or anything, you guys. So, if he speeds off, I'm sorry. we have to draw the line somewhere. I know a lot of you are saying speed.
Yeah, we can't do
We
that.
can't do it. But he's up there, and it looks like there's a motorcycle in front of him. So hopefully, he may not be able to speed off or see. But we caught back up with him. There's a couple other reporters also behind us. So again, some of you are asking,
we're
he's in the
following
red truck,
Chris-
his normal red truck in front of us. In front of us is someone from law enforcement,
Oh,
Petito,
no,
and then
no.
in front of that is the
Oh no.
no, we're still not really close to his house at all. Doesn't seem like it's towards the police station either, does it? We passed the police station.
Flipping around.
Sorry. Luis is the only one who knows where we are ever because I'm always on my computer when he's driving. Yeah, again, if I lose service, some of you are like, don't lose service,
We're like
but
6
I can't
minutes
help
from
it
his
if I
house.
do.
We might be
so
going back to the
I wouldn't be
house.
surprised because it's so spotty around here.
Where's he going? Does he have a blinker on? Doesn't even have a no, he doesn't. No, doesn't have. This is crazy.
There's other media behind us. All right, he's pulling over.
He's pulling over? You've got to be kidding me. You should have pulled behind him.
Oh, I guess not.
Pull over. Pull
Yeah,
over.
they're stop for a
some
minute and
kind
see
of-
what happens here. Other neighborhood. So he's basically in the truck back there. Okay, he's going again.
He's going again. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Oh, he's speeding now. What if they go forward? Yeah, we can't speed like this. Orders too, by the way, that we're now behind.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, now we're behind.
Can't do that.
Hold on 1 second.
Brian, the camera. Camera's down. Thank you.
So he's up ahead.
Looks like he's headed home.
It looks like he's headed home, yeah. These are a couple of the other reporters in front of us now.
I wonder if he changed his mind because they were behind him. I wonder if he pulled over for a minute and thought like, crap, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, I could just go home then. If they're gonna tail me, I'm just gonna go home. Probably, right? That was bizarre.
I mean, the real reason we were following him is to see if he was going to go to a different part of the reserve or something important. So if he just...
Oh, come on, Brian. Come on, come on, come on.
I mean, we're not just going to follow him around. You know, I was hoping we would, like, gain something from this, like, in terms of another spot that they were going to be searching, but I guess we'll see here. Yeah, I think he's definitely trying to lose us.
The FBI must have been telling him, we'll give you a head start.
I think he might be going back to the house.
But then maybe he called and said, look, they're following me. They're freaking following me.
Neighborhood. How random.
I hope you remember some of the girls.
I don't think it's random. I think it's didn't work out the way that he thought. I wonder if he wanted to go shopping or something. Who knows? Could be something like that, but it could be something more.
Someone's asked, so the other live stream cut off. I actually got a call during the, every time someone calls me during the live stream, it ends, which is really annoying. So if anyone's watching this that I'm friends with, don't call right now, or any of the producers. But that's why you guys are asking why the other live stream cut out. That's why. So we're right near his house now, because I recognize this Publix. I think he's going home. And the cell service is not good near the house, so if I lose you guys, I think that's what's about to happen. Yeah, I will.
Oh my goodness. Is service really that bad there? What's up with that? What's up with that? Huh. Let me see if there's hold on, I think he's got a new stream here. Hang on.
Is he just stopped right here?
There's stuff going on at his house.
Stuff going on at the house? What? What do you say?
I'm going to. So he's definitely going home, it looks like. I'm gonna have to hop out here in a second. Alright. Yeah, let me get out, Luis.
Luis, let me get out. Hurry up. Oh gosh, look at his service went out right there. Come on, Brian. Really?
Your son is still alive, Mr. Laundrie?
Chris, what was the purpose of today's field trip?
Nope.
Someone's at, so the other live stream cut off. I actually got a call during the, every time someone calls me during the live stream, it ends, which
Don't
is really
call him
annoying.
during the live streams, please,
so
guys.
if anyone's watching this that I'm friends with, don't call right now, or any of the producers. But that's why you guys are asking why the other live stream cut out. That's why. So we're right near his house now because I recognize this Publix. I think he's going home.
He lost the live stream again. Oh gosh. Hold on. Let's see if he's got another one up.
And the cell service is not good near the house, so if I lose you guys, I think that's what's about to happen.
It already happened.
Yeah, I will.
The Mr. Laundrie is back in the house. Let me just see if he's got anything else up. All right, hang on. Let me just pull this one up and see if I think this is the same one. It ends. Yeah, it ends right there. That's it. That is the end, guys. That was exciting for a minute. Thought we'd see something. People were like, "He's going to the morgue. He's going here." But that's the end. Let me refresh this again and see if there's. He's back in the house. This is from before. I'm trying to get this off here.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was exciting for a minute. But I'm just going to keep refreshing to see if he has anything. Who knows? How do we know he's not home for lunch or home for a change of clothes and he's going back out? We don't know. Brian hasn't said anything else yet. That was exciting for a minute. Anyway. Mike dropping mom said, new here to vent. I was called out and blocked. She's saying. Well, hi Mike dropping mom, how are you? That was exciting, right? But then nothing with nothing. What do you think? I think the FBI, because, okay, let's look. He's leaving the reserve. Then he pulls off. Was he on the phone with the FBI saying, look, I got to tell you guys something. I got to go here. They pull off in the neighborhood. They're sitting there. They're having a little powwow. And then the FBI holds Brian up behind him at the stop sign. Okay, so that he can get a head start. But it wasn't enough of a head start. He must have got held up somewhere. They catch up to him. He sees them catching up to him. He pulls over. Then he's there just momentarily. And maybe he calls the FBI. Maybe he was on the phone with the FBI that whole time. And the FBI says, pull over, pull over. Okay, what should I do? What should I do? Just go home. Just go home. I don't know. And then ends up going home. So, is he going to go? What do you guys think? Is he going to go back? You think he's going to go back to the reserve? Or what? You're playing catch up? The FBI could have talked to him while he was at the reserve. They could have talked to him while he was at the reserve, and I think he, they definitely had the little go down here and, but where could he be going? I mean, what was it, last week when they went out to Walmart or something, and they were able to go out and nobody was tailing them, right? These guys were not following them when they went out to Walmart that day, right? I don't know why they weren't. Why didn't they go to Walmart and follow them around the store and see what they're buying and stuff, right? But they weren't tailing them. Now it's a different story. So the family, they have not been out. They had groceries delivered and stuff, but he hasn't even been out to do errands or anything like that. I don't know what they're doing with their mail delivery. Their mail delivery is, probably they stopped it and would pick it up at the post office. Maybe they have somebody doing that for them, but sooner or later they're going to have to go out somewhere, right? Are they not going to have doctor's appointments or, things to do? If Brian is missing 6 months, if he's not found in 6 months, what are they going to do? They're just going to stay barred up in the house like that? I think they're realizing they're in prison. The parents are in prison, right? They were like, do you remember that Twilight Zone? Remember that Twilight Zone where that ranch house, they moved the woman into a neighborhood and, oh, it's a nice house. And then she realizes the curtain opens and I think it was Mars apparently or something. And she's, oh, it's so nice. And they show her this really nice house. And she's like, oh, this is so great. This is unbelievable. And they're like, yes, yes, yes. And, oh, telehealth. Yeah, but you do need to go in to get stuff done. If you can't get a telehealth MRI or, colonoscopies or mammograms, stuff like that. But it opens up and then there's bars and there's a sign and it says human in its natural habitat or something. And she realizes she's in a zoo for remember, does anybody remember that Twilight Zone? That's kind of how it is. They're basically in prison. And, so their son's out there and they're in prison. And they'll be in prison for the rest of their lives until, they say something. So basically, I mean, can you imagine that? You can't go out, you can't go for a walk, you can't go for a bike ride, you can't use the pool in the backyard because they'll put a drone up and follow you along on that. You can't go anywhere, you can't go to the store, you can't go visit your daughter, you can't go visit friends. You're in prison. So who's in prison? They're going to prison for their son. They're already in prison. They're probably scared to use any computer or phone in the house because they fear that they're being monitored or that anything they look up on a computer will be subject to, be taken and, yeah. They're totally in prison. Can't work, right. A bit like that, but you know what? People are getting out now and they can't get out though, Karen Duffy. It's a bit like the pandemic, but They can't do anything. And now that I think it's going to be more intense, now that they were being followed, I think that anytime they leave the house now, someone will follow them. Much worse than a lockdown. They are also hearing the protesters outside. Because there is another murder down the road. Oh yes, we'll see this guy, his house, and it turns out cold case. Oh, David Johnson. I'm sure their bank account, you know, all of that stuff, they know no matter what they do, they can't be wiring money. They can't, because they know they're going to be, those records will be subpoenaed. Carolyn, it's had lots of coverage here in Australia. I asked my sister yesterday what she thought, and she thinks Brian did it. Yeah, I was talking to my son last night on the way home. And see, my son thinks that, here's what my son thinks. My son thinks that they had whatever argument over whatever it was, right? But that he might have got real physical with her, but that he hurt her really bad. My son doesn't think that he killed her, but that he either pushed her really bad or hurt her, and he saw that she was not going to come out of that. And then had to do something because of that. So, you know, of course that is not premeditated or anything, but seems, you know, something that just happened as a result of things escalating to that point. And that's what he thinks. But I said to my son, I'm like, but why would he come home without a story? Like, why, if he goes that far as to conceal her body, and how do they think they could just be quiet about it? That's what I don't understand. That's what I do not understand. How do you think you cannot be quiet, like that you could be quiet about it, that you could just come home and just say, okay, I'm home now, let's just ignore their calls and stuff and it'll be fine? No, CMD, I think he was the abuser in the relationship where he did all of that stuff. And I think what I think is that week away was the catalyst, because he expected her to be all like, oh, you're back, I couldn't do anything without you. But instead she was probably like, look, I got the YouTube up, I got the video edited, can you believe this? I got the email for the website, my dad helped me, I got a whole bunch of these Instagrams put up, I did this, I did that. Okay, and he was like, what? Oh my gosh, you know, this is crazy. And then she was probably like, oh, look, I already have this many subscribers here, I'm going to do that. And it wasn't what he thought. He thought she was going to be like just so glad to see him. And then he didn't want her to do this. He had told her that she couldn't do this. And maybe she even said, look, you said I couldn't do it, but I did it. And then he was really pissed. I think he told his parents they got into a fight. She was afraid to drive the van. His parents flew her home. Her parents flew her home. The parents probably thought they weren't going to get in the middle. That could be, Deanna, but why wouldn't they answer? But here's the thing. If that's what they thought, and then they started getting calls and texts saying, we don't know where the kids are, we don't know where they are, then you would know something's up, right? Why wouldn't you answer? People are like all over. Is that what it is? Yeah, everything went downhill fast when he came back, because she wasn't she wasn't all broken down. And I think he really thought that's what was going to happen. The episode of The Twilight Zone sounds familiar. I've watched quite a few of the old ones. I don't recall seeing that one. Such a great show. Yes, someone just put the episode up there. It's a really good one. Hey Trish, thanks. Honestly, the most realistic theory I've heard so far. Thanks, Dare to Be Different. Brian getting into hiding, yeah. Shanna says, yes, I think he was acting very jealous of her because she was so ambitious and independent, unlike him, needed mama and dada to survive. He envied her van life coming to fruition. She didn't need him. You know when she, in the van life video, in the very beginning, and she says something like, Gab's Petito never goes outside? I wonder what that was about, Gab's Petito never goes outside. To me, looking now, I almost think she said it as a snide comment to someone. You know what I'm saying? Like a sarcastic, funny, like I almost think, I think he belittled her in every way possible, like about the bare feet, that she wasn't completely hiking in bare feet and maybe when she was in the van working, maybe he said something like, you never go outside. You want to stay here. You want to stay here and work on this or work on that. I don't know when it was made, but maybe anytime she was doing that, he would say it. But just because she goes, Gab's Petito never goes outside. And I don't know. I just think it was like a little snarky remark to him. You felt like she was saying it because, yeah, I do, Angela. I feel like it was a little snarky remark. Hey, Davida, have a good day at work. When not aggressive, Brian was passive-aggressive with Gabby. Yes, I wondered that too. Gabs never goes outside. I had to keep replaying to hear it, was what she said. She said, Gabs Petito never goes outside. Yeah. I think it was like, I never go outside, Brian. Look, I'm van life. We're doing all this. I never go outside. Yeah, I think he had to belittle her all the time. Shayna says, for Nene, my favorite part of the van life videos where she says, I love the van. And the look on his face, because I thought she was going to say, he thought she was going to say I loved him. Right. Yep. In the van life video, there's a moment where they kiss, and it appears that right after it, she's eager to get to the camera, whereas I think he'd rather have continued that moment. What I wonder is, I don't know anything about the area they were in, but was it hot where they were that would affect her remains and that they could find on an autopsy? Well, it was August, but you could look at the Wyoming weather there at that time. It's not like 100 degrees, but Michael says the ones I had were super let out. You're talking about something there. I found the noise calming most of the time they're outside. Oh, you guys are talking about something. Robin says, an abuser would need her to depend on him, and he surely find that she was okay upon returning after almost a week, right? A week, yeah. Unless she was falling to pieces, it wouldn't be a good reunion, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. And you also don't know what else, like I said, we don't know where she was working. Was she working only in her hotel room, or was she working in the lobby? Could someone have been helping her? Could someone that was there have helped her that he got pissed off when he saw? You know, I'm saying there's so many things. But all of that happened when he was away. I want to see one. Hold on. I want to check one thing here. You see, let me see here. Hold on 1 second. Okay. That video was posted August 19th, 2021. He left on the 17th. So she got that posted, and the other thing I want to see is and it has so many comments, it's going to, I want to see when the first comment is. I want to see, I don't think she had comments disabled. Hold on, something is playing here. There's things just play out of nowhere. Where was I? It's going to take forever to go back on there because it's still loading. It's only 18 hours ago. There's so many comments on it. But yeah, nonetheless, she got that edited and up there and started. And I think that channel was her channel because the channel itself was created in 2013. And it could have just been, you know, her account that she watched things on. But that was the only video, and it was uploaded on the 19th. And that 19th is a pivotal day. That's when she did a lot of the Instagram updating on the 19th. And I think that was also the website. She was building that too. And getting all the email, and who knows what he found in the email, you know? Yeah, there's definitely like so much going on there. Let me see what happened. Let me just see if Brian has any more updates. Chris Laundrie is back at his house, went inside without answering questions. So yeah, nothing. He's still back in the house. And let's see, here's something. Here's the latest for the reserve. Christopher was there with the police. Former FBI agent Jennifer Kuffendorfer answers questions about what's happening, how unusual, what she thinks. Okay, let's listen to this because I don't think we heard this.
Picked up on sort of an all-terrain golf cart-looking little vehicle by law enforcement, and then they took him over here behind where this Northport police cruiser is, down that dirt road and over the bridge and into the reserve. So we don't know where he is right now, but Christopher Laundrie is here with law enforcement assisting. A lot of you have wanted to hear Jennifer's take on this. I can't get her on Zoom because the service is too bad, but I'm gonna try to call her real quick on speakerphone and see if I can get in the truck here. Just a little quieter.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Jennifer. So I have you on a video right now.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to turn the AC down because so many people have been wanting to hear your take on this. What do you make of? And this is Jennifer Coffindaffer, former FBI agent who's been helping us out. What do you make of this situation with Chris Laundrie now at the reserve, helping with the search?
Well, I believe the FBI has found something at the reserve, something that may or may not be significant, but something that can't be transported, possibly a camping site. And they want his father to come look at perhaps how the fire pit looks or the setup of the camp to see if it is something that he recognized or is familiar with how Brian Laundrie possibly sets up a camp.
Is this unusual for them to be doing this with his dad?
Under the circumstances of this case, where you have an attorney representing him, meaning the Laundrie parents from the beginning and Brian Laundrie from the beginning, it is unusual because this request had to be made through the attorneys and now is putting the FBI in closer contact with the father. So it is a bit unusual, but I guarantee they have questions for him regarding what they have found that they believe he can answer.
Do you think, is there any chance that they're using this moment to try to get closer to the dad in terms of just get him alone, he's out of the house now, to sort of talk to him?
Well, I don't think that is their ploy per se, but that can end up being what happens. They will not talk to him because he is retained. We have very strict rules on that, and we do not break the rule when somebody has asked for an attorney. However, just that familiarity of working together, sometimes relationships can form and it can open doors.
And yesterday I showed you the aerial videos, you saw the SUVs out there, and there was a lot of action in the reserve. What did you make of what you saw?
Well, when I saw the SUVs, most FBI agents do not drive SUVs. The agents that do drive SUVs are in specialty areas like evidence recovery team, what we call the ERT, SWAT members, because they have a lot of gear to carry. So it could be because of the terrain out there that they need all-terrain, four-wheel drive, larger vehicles, that they have that out there. But it is also indicative of an ERT team, which would make a lot of sense if they found something specific to come over.
Makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. I don't want to keep you long, but I'll call you if anything else happens. I'll call you back, okay?
All right.
All right, bye.
Thank you, Brian. Good luck out there.
Bye. Interesting perspective. Okay, I'm going to get back out. So I don't want to make this video too long. It's going to take a really long time to upload because the internet's so bad. But again, just to recap, Christopher Laundrie is here, parked back there. There's a little parking lot back there. They've now closed it off so we can't get back there. Got on a little vehicle with the law enforcement officers and then went down back here and is now in the reserve. So I'll keep you posted. I'll tweet. Sorry you can't get live, but just is what it is. All right, bye.
All right, bye. So, yeah. And then, for anyone that wasn't following along, Chris Laundrie is back at his house, went inside without answering questions. I want to just see what, so now someone here said, and I don't know, someone said that there was an apartment complex that was passed, maybe where the townhomes were, and it's saying maybe that's where the other properties, remember they own a lot of, well, on paper, when we saw those properties, they're saying maybe that's the address of one of those properties. And someone said, why would FBI have any interest in not letting you follow him? That was odd. Someone said, so no one can hurt him. And I think they paid the FBI money. Makes you wonder if he was just going home. Why was he trying so hard to lose you guys? What was he doing in that neighborhood? Let's see. Of course he won't talk, and now he can't mow that darn lawn. You need a second phone, or you can record with so your incoming calls don't mess up. It's hard to tell if that neighborhood means anything, or if they were just trying to lose the reporters. Either way, maybe someone should keep eyes there. What the hell is the FBI trying to do to get the reporters to lose him and let him have a head start? Why are they protecting him? Wonder if he could be the decoy. Everyone knows media will follow Dad, so if they caught Brian, put the FBI SUV. Oh, play cat mess. Did you wash your hands, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put
Sanitizer?
sanitizer.
Yeah, you should wash them anyway.
No, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Did you find anything about a computer person?
No.
You didn't ask?
Yeah, I did. I mentioned.
They didn't know?
They said he used to be a guy or something.
There used to be a guy.
Used to be a building. And they said he used a computer around somewhere. Where's that at?
I don't know.
Just a computer. I remember seeing it somewhere. I'll look into this stuff on.
Somebody posted this picture. Let me see. Said that he looked really sad. Oh, let's see. Someone said, did he actually hesitate at the door the time you guys were yelling questions? It seemed like it took longer at the door than usual. They stopped on Panorama. The Laundries have owned property there. Okay, Panorama, she's saying. Let me see what WFLA is saying. Let's see what they're saying. I don't know if they're live now or not. Let me see.
They say.
Wait for the ad. Okay. So far, not saying too much on here. I thought that was going to end in something exciting, that he was going somewhere exciting. When somebody said the morgue, I was like, oh my gosh, morgue. All right, I don't see that happening there. Let's see. Okay, so that's interesting. Hang on. Go back to the feed. All right, so what do you think? That maybe he went home to take a nap. I'm just wondering, he wouldn't have such, well, he left at 10. I don't think he'd have such a late lunch. I gotta charge my watch. The FBI told him, tell the truth, or you're going to jail. Huh. They're already in jail, I know, but that was your guess. Yeah, I saw you say that. If looks could kill. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, if you guys could thumbs up, thumbs down if you want. What? What?
It says right here, police deny CNN sources count. That campsite was found in Missouri.
Say it again?
It said police deny the sources account. So CNN's source that campsite was found at Missouri.
The police deny it? What source is that? No, what source are you reading?
I don't know.
No, what?
CNN.
No, you're not listening. What source are you reading that from?
I'm reading from CNN.
Okay, so they're saying that their own source is wrong.
Yeah, police say they're denying it.
Right. So Jimmy just said that the CNN that had that source that said a campsite was there, now law enforcement is saying that they're denying it.
What they found at the site, I mean, we're learning, we don't know what the crime scene was like there in Wyoming, nor should we, because that's part of the investigation. But we have learned about that they led the stepfather to where Gabby was found, and he did describe that there was a fire ring in the area. Specifically, that's what it looked like.
Oh, Jimmy, no, you have the wrong thing. Scratch it. Jimmy got the wrong information. They're talking about Wyoming. They're talking about, so scratch that. Jimmy got the wrong information. Okay. What they're saying, Wyoming, there's no fire pit in Wyoming, right?
I guess, yeah, because it said in reserve. I think the one in Florida is a preserve.
No. All right. I'll check it out because I don't want to give the wrong information. Hang on. Could you tell me what source you're getting that from? Okay. What's the matter?
Laundrie's dad thinks he's there. Thinks he's at Florida.
Yeah, that's old news. That's old. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm coming. I'm back. I'm on the speaker now. Okay. Okay. Okay, so guys, just scratch that because until I see what he's looking at, I don't know. Hang on one second. Trying to figure out what he's looking at because he's talking about two different things. Last night they reported that a source close to the family said a newer campsite was found at the reserve in Florida. Now he's mentioning something about law enforcement coming out and talking about a fire ring in Wyoming. So I'm not sure at this point which one they're denying. I think it's the one in Wyoming, but I want to be sure of that. The conspiracy theory channels have been going crazy, trying to analyze the crime scene as if they were there when the FBI was there. They weren't. And I'm sorry that, yes.
You know he's back home now, though, right?
Yes, I know he's back home. And I'm sorry that's totally, that is reminiscent of a podcast that was done before the autopsy results came out for Shanann, where 3 people podcasting said they had inside information because they get information nobody has, and they said that Shanann was going to be found beaten to a pulp. All of this speculation, they speculated on this horrible fight that happened in the basement where she was beaten to a pulp, and they went on and on and on in this podcast, and they were totally wrong. And then they were like, oh, well, that was our inside source. I'm seeing it playing out all over again. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's disgusting for the family to have people behind their computer pretending they're, crime scene analysts. Is that what, Debbie, that there is no campsite? Okay. What did she just say, Jimmy?
Yes. Okay. This is what we said initially. At the reserve.
No campsite was found at the reserve.
It's at Florida Reserve, Florida.
Okay.
We are talking about that. Bottom line, no campsite.
So who is this source? Just some Yahoo calling them?
And the source said yesterday they were told there was one found.
Yeah, what's the source?
CNN source.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're talking about the crime.
See, now she's talking about the crime scene.
Crime scene, that's something different.
Okay, where she was found, there was a fire ring described in the area, but
That's independent of Florida.
right.
So yeah, they are saying there was no campsite found.
How are you feeling, Mel Torme? Hope you're feeling better. And in the moment he was guilty, if you look at the... Oh, yeah, a lot of light pink mommy. I think most of us were convinced in what that porch interview that he was guilty. Hi, Newfie. What? The island? It's from the cartoon South Park. Why? Who's talking about that, Newfie? Hi, Earthbound Spirit. How are you? In 2 second room. But let me see. I'm just going to check with Brian Enton again. I think he's probably home for the day. Don't you think he's home for the day? I don't think he's going back out there. By him, I mean Christopher Laundrie. Whatever it was they wanted him to do out there. It's not about a campsite. That's not why they were searching out there. So whatever it was, maybe they found an article of something, but it could have been something that was planted there. We don't know. Even if they found an article, let's say, of Brian's clothing, it could have been planted there. Hi, Diane. You still believe he's on a close friend's boat floating around? Brian Enton, Raman. Yep. Hey, Rose. Hi, Yorkel. Carol Boyce. Hello there. Light Pink Mommy, I got my OBS working again, which allows me to come on and be able to show you things like I can and bring. But I didn't get the hard drive restored yet. No. There's something really weird. There's like an additional hard drive, it says, and it has this really weird name, and it has like 2 terabytes of stuff on it, but I can't access it in any way. I don't know if stuff was just moved to this, like, I don't know, could the hard drive split apart? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm hoping my stuff is there. I'm counting on that. That's the thing that's keeping me sane. And we're trying to find a way to, there's nobody, see, our area, we live in the middle of freaking nowhere. And if I can't get someone to come here to take it in, it would be a minimum of 2 weeks to take it into Best Buy. And I know that, okay, because I've had to do that with my laptop. Then I can't go live. Because, well, I can't go live the way that I can now because I have a laptop and it doesn't do what this does. So then I'm screwed. So I don't know. I have to see if there's a way to do something. What OBS did, no, I went on and I guess when this happened the last time, I had to download a special, I think it's RNR's, some kind of software. And for some reason, I think I might have deleted that software thinking that it was one of the softwares that come on when you download something and it's not needed. I don't know if I did that, but yeah. Anyway, your guys make house calls, yeah, but you probably live in an area where you have a large population. Control plus Z. No, I didn't. Control plus Z? Is that what you're saying, babe? Control plus Z where? Because I have 4 hard drives on this computer. Yeah, I hope so. I woke up with the worst headache and it's still not gone, and I'm sure it's complete stress. Please contact Dina's brother. Okay, I will. Did she give me his contact information somewhere? No, it's not RAR. It's not that. That's not what I downloaded, but data compression. Yeah, no, it's not, I can't think of the name of the thing. But it's, thanks, Robin. I don't know. I'll hopefully figure it out. Hopefully. But I'm going to let you guys go for now. I'm going to go take some more Advil or something. Hope this goes away. I don't know. And I'm going to try to figure out. I'll look at Dina. Hopefully she sent me an email or something with the number. Your guy is... Yep. Well, okay. Here, I'll copy that down. I'm not going to let that show because I don't want it to... but I've got the number. I can see the message. Okay. I just don't want to put his number out there. but I've got the number. I'm gonna copy that and put it in my file here. Okay. All right. Let me see. I think I am going to go for a little bit, and maybe I'll see if I can get rid of my headache so I can take a bike ride. Bye, everybody. Love you guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, I'll check, Diane. Thanks.